الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وبعد. So last week we went over the alphabet and we went through the whole alphabet, and then we did Fatha, Kasra and Dhamma with each letter, and I posted that on YouTube. So if you guys know that, I'm making the assumption that you know that, and I'm going to move on, inshallah. So today what I want to do is introduce joining two letters. We would introduce just joining two letters and putting vowels on them and saying them just as practices, inshallah. So let's just start off with this letter. What letter is that? Ba. And what letter is this? Ta. So that's how you write the ba and the ta together. And let's join them now. So we'll consider this lesson joining the vowels. So we remove the space, and that's what happens. So if you notice, I'll put back the space and then I'll put it over here joined. So that's the ba and that's the ta joined on. So if you compare this ba, the full ba, with the ba at the beginning of a word, you'll find that you only write this part. You write just this tiny part here, and then you cut off the rest of it, and you join on the ta. So you don't join the whole thing, the whole ba to the ta. Otherwise, the words would become big. So the idea of cutting short the letters as you join them is so that the words don't appear too big. You don't write the whole letters. And you may actually ask yourself, how can you tell one from the other? You'd be able to tell mostly these letters with the loops, with the dot. So I'll show you something now. Imagine if you were to also add a ya here, okay? So the ta get written like that there. And then if you were to add like another ba, so you see what happened? You have all these loops. You have, that's the ba. And just that little thing there in the middle is the ta. And this here is ya and ba. And if you add, let's say, a dal, now there's no such word, but if there was, all you see is the loops now. You see that's a ba, that's a ta, that's a ya, that's the ba. You have just this loop, the middle here, this loop, that tiny little thing representing the ta. Now how can you tell this is a ta and not a ba? How do you tell? If it was a ba, you'll have a dot at the bottom, right? But if it's a ta, you have the dot at the top. What if it was a sa? If it was a sa, you'll have that, 3 dots on top. See that? But it's a ta. If it was a ya, you'll have 3 dots, the 2 dots on the bottom. See that? So it's by the dots that you'd be able to tell the difference now. So let's redo that again. That's ta. Let's make it sa. Okay. Then let's make it a ba. Let's make it a ya. See that? What if the first one was a ta? That's the same thing. It would look the same except for the dots. Are you following me? So the letters, check this out. The ta, the ba, the ta, sa, noon, ya, all these 5 letters, let's go over them again. Ba, ta, sa, noon, and ya. When they're in the middle or the starting, they're just a tiny little loop. See that? So let's do this. I'll actually put a real word. Tabidu. Tabidu means to last forever. Now, see that? Tabidu means to last forever. And that's actually a word in the Quran. And tabida hadhihi abada, that this would last forever. Let's change the ta to abba. Look at this, what happens. It's the same thing. All you do is you put a dot at the bottom. See that? Let's change it back to a ta. That's ba, ta. Let's make it a sa. All you do is change the dots at the top. Let's make it a noon. 1 dot at the top. That's it, yeah. And then if you change it to a ya, you put 2 dots at the bottom. And by the way, I had that all backwards. This is supposed to be a ba, and this is supposed to be a ya. This is tabidu, tabidu. This here you change it, ba, ta, sa, na, ya. See that? So at the starting, those 5 letters, all they are little loops. In the middle, it's the same thing. Like you have a ba here. Okay, if you were to change that to a ta, look what happens. You just move the dots from the bottom to the top. See that? 1 dot at the bottom, 2 at the top instead makes it ta. What is this? What letter is that? That's noon, right? What if we wanted to make it a tha? What would you do? Just put 3 letters on top. See that? Very simple. What if you make it a ya? 2 at the bottom. You can just shout it out this time. Not too loud. Same thing here. This is a ya. If you want to make that a ba, you just put 1 dot at the bottom. Make it a tha, you put 2 dots on top. Make it a tha, you put 3 dots on top. Make it a noon, you put 1 dot on top. And what else is there? That's it, right? Put back the ya. Here we make this a ba, we make this a ta. That's the original word, tabidu. So the position at the starting and the position in the middle for these 5 letters are the same. The way you write the letter, the only thing that's different is the number and the placement of the dots. So we have either 1 dot at the bottom, which would be a, say it, ba, or 1 dot at the top, which would be a noon, or 2 dots at the bottom, which would be a yeah, or 2 dots at the top, which would be a no, at the top. You're not listening. 2 dots at the top, ta, or 3 dots at the top, sa. Yeah, say that letter, sa. Yeah, you have to stick your tongue out, sa. So that's so far as joining these 5 letters. Now when the letters are at the end, you write the whole letter. So let's try that now. We will put the ba, the ta, sa, ya, and noon at the end. Look what happens. If we put a ba, we put the whole ba. See that? This is the entire letter ba. If we were to put a ta, we put the whole ta. If we put a tha, we do the same thing. If we put a noon, we put the whole noon. And if we put a ya, we put the entire ya. See that? So at the ending, you put the full letter. But in the starting and the middle for these 5 letters, what do you put? It's a tiny little hoop. A little hoop like that on the line, like this. See that? Just this part I'm referring to. This part here I'm referring to. See that? So that's how you join the ba, ta, sa, noon, and ya. Those 5 letters. Let's look at a group of letters now that are very unique. We're going to look at another group of letters. That group of letters consists of alif. Okay, what's that? Alif. Okay, ra. Before that, sorry, dal, zal, ra, zai, and waw. Okay, these 6 letters are unique. I'll tell you what's unique about these 6 letters when you're joining. Unique when you're joining them to other letters. You can only join to the right. You cannot join to the left. These 6 letters, I'm going to teach you something about them. You can only join to the right of them, not to the left. Look at this. If we were to put, let's say, a ba in front of all of these letters, right? So we'll try an example with putting just a ba. I'll make it smaller so it would fit. So say 75 points. If we were to put just a letter ba in front of all of them, look what we get. We get ba. In front of the dal, we put a ba. In front of the dhal, we put a ba. In front of the ra, we put a ba. In front of the zai, we put a ba. In front of the wa, we put a ba. Okay? So you notice we're able to join the ba. We just put the starting of the ba and then put the letter, these 6 letters. Repeat the 6 letters for me. Alif, dal, zal, ra, zai, wow. Okay. Listen what's unique. If we want to add another letter after the alif, guess what happened? Look at this. I'll try to add. There's no space. I did not put a space. That's the alif. I'll put the alif. I put no space. I put a lam. It does not add. It does not join it. You cannot join to the left of these 6 letters. Are you following me? You cannot join to the left. So let's look at the dal also. If I put a lam here, there's no space. See that? It writes it separate. Because you cannot join. You start over. You start over when you write this letter, even though it's the same part of a word. For example, bala is a word. You put the lam separate, even though it's part of the same word, because you cannot join to the left of the alif. Same thing from the dal. This is a real word. Badala or badala is a real word, but you cannot join to the left of the dal. Same thing here. If we say badala, which is a real word by the way, you cannot join to the left of the dal. You have to start over. Same thing. Barala, that's not a word. Bara, ra for instance, if we use that. Barara. Okay? You cannot join to the left of the ra. Bazaqa, for example. You cannot join to the left of the zai. It starts over a new, you write the whole letter. See that? It would not join. And the wow, same thing. You cannot join to the left of the wow. See that? So whenever you have these 6 letters, I'm going to rewrite those 6 letters here, make them kind of bigger. Whenever you have these letters, alif, so learn these letters. Alif, say with me, alif, dal, zal, ra, zai, wow. You can only join to the right, not the left of the letter. You follow that rule? Inshallah. So if we were to look in, that's how many letters we've taken so far. Joining the letters, we've taken ba, ta, sa, what else? Noon and ya. Isn't that so? That's how many? 5 letters. Then we've taken an additional 6 letters, which are alif, they're right here on the screen, dal, zal, ra, zai, and waw. So we've learned how to join these 11 letters. So we have how many remaining? 11 from 29 leaves, 18 letters remaining, inshallah. So it's going quickly, guys. It's going real quick. So let's look as an example. I'll go ahead and stop this.